Hi friends, it's Connie, the late blooming crafter. I wanted to show you today, as promised, how I went from this practice journal, as shown in my second video, to something I feel a little bit more proud of and feels more like a worthy effort. I mean, I love this little journal, and it was what I, got my feet wet, just jumped in a little bit. But here I really got my feet wet and started putting into practice a lot more of the things that I'd learned, like lace and pearls and buttons and a real book that I gutted and put in 2 signatures. And I feel pretty good about this effort. So I wanted to show you. First, let's say hi to Jojo. Jojo, kitty, kitty, kitty. Hi, baby. She's soaking up the sun today. Yeah, she's pretty, huh? That's my Jojo. Jojo gives me a lot of joy. And so does making junk journals. And I try to keep my junk journals, my videos fairly short for the time being. And I've made a couple of this flip through of this journal, and they keep being too long for what I think people have time for. And since I'm not really teaching anything, I'm just trying to inspire. I want to make it a little bit quicker. So the junk journal that I have here, like I said, I gutted a book. I used like an old tea towel, glued on a hanky, lots of lace. And this is a pink vintage envelope that I made a pocket out of on the front. Some pretty cards and a sticker and some layered button and lace, and just, I think it turned out really sweet. At first I thought I had the cover done and went back and looked and said, nope, I still am not happy with it. But now I'm fairly happy with it. So, and I wanted to say that all of the lace, because we have a lot of us that, don't want to invest a lot of money and can't invest a lot of money maybe, but I got all this lace and much, much more that I will be making mini journals with or decorating mini journals with for $5 at a garage sale or an estate sale last summer. So I think that's pretty affordable when you consider it was a big bag of lace that I had to wash and dry and unravel from intertwining together. I didn't maybe make the best choice of how I washed it, but anyway, let's move on. Also, digitals. This is a digital that I got from Etsy. It includes lots of pieces that you cut out to make pockets and journaling cards and whatnot. And if you get those on sale for a couple dollars, they're yours. And you print them out on your copy paper or stock paper or whatever you want to use, and they're yours, and you use them as many times as you want. So I think that's also a pretty affordable option if you have the means to put them on a computer and print them out. I know some people don't. And then I just stamped a lot in here and added some other things that were mine. This is all the journal or the digital, but this was mine that I glued in and stamped. This is the digital. Folded up the paper to make pockets, stamped the back, just anything to make, a little bit more interest. Added some of my own stash here, and that's the part of the digital, so is that. Cute paper, and then I stamped it over here. She's part of the paper. Really pretty paper there, part of the digital. This is learning how I learned on YouTube how to make my paper clips into little curly cues on the side. I did that. And then this is coffee stained that I stamped with the leaves all crossed and made a border. It was large, so I made a little fold out. This is sheet music and I got a lot of books last summer that I got pretty cheap and inexpensive, and some even for free. If you go to estate sales towards the end of the day on a Sunday or their last day, often they just want to get rid of stuff so badly that they give it away or sell it dirt cheap. This is some ephemera that I made from Kathy's Gardens tutorials and YouTube videos. And I wanted to point out that I used the wax thread and sewed in my signature, which is a group of papers, a section of papers, and this started to get a little bit of a hole that was too big and was tearing, so I went on to a Facebook group and they offered some suggestions on how to fix that. And so, you know, we're living and learning, right? And we learn to make our mistakes either not look like mistakes or just fix them. A lace belly band, that's pretty cute. I like my little bird stamp. And I love this big piece of lace that I just glued on. I haven't sewed anything yet in my junk journal attempts, but I will at some point because I do have a sewing machine, but I don't know. I kind of just like gluing things so far. I haven't sewn for a long time. Little corner pocket that I made. Stamped her on and threw some little cutouts to make it look like she's throwing flowers. More of the digital paper, stamping, coffee stained paper doily. That's one signature. Here's the second. I don't want it to feel rushed, but I know time, as I've said before, is a precious commodity for all of us. Some more that I glued on the lace here. Just enough to show on the edge when you close the book. Not too far out, so you can just have varying lengths, which I think is pretty. More pockets. This is my own paper. More coffee stained paper. This was something I learned from Kathy in Kathy's Garden. Just makes a little pocket. It's just a thin piece of scrapbook paper that I kind of thought was cute and decorated it up with stickers and buttons and lace. This is an IOD transfer that I used to put on furniture all the time in my little wood boxes, and it sticks to paper just real nice. That was an experiment that I wanted to try. A vellum page with a vellum belly band and some cards. This is from one of the books I got last summer, just a gardening book that I made a big tag journaling card pocket and then a couple little pockets just to hold cards. Those are not from the digital. Those are just from another stash that I had. And then I wanted to share this because I'm kind of proud of this too. I thought it turned out really nice. And I want to do a tutorial on how I did this because I was able to implement what I'd learned about decoupage. This is a file folder that I decoupaged a couple layers on, and it's very smooth. There's hardly any wrinkles, although some people like wrinkles. I learned how to do this. It's dictionary and a napkin and stamp, and then glued on some other little decorative things. And then I like the way Kathy shows you how to make pretty ribbon come down from your bow and make it look kind of waterfall. So I might do a tutorial on how to do that. I think I might be able to share a little something of value in a tutorial there. Another fun project for making ephemera to add to junk journals. This is an old envelope with a window that you kind of deconstruct the envelope, and then you put a picture on the back of the window and glue it down so it shows through, and then you leave open the top and you have a little pocket. I like that. I love this little ribbon too. kind of use that sparingly because I don't have a lot of it. This is all part of the digital paper, digital cards and pockets. Cute. Cute and pretty, right? I stamped this page and then 2 more pockets. That's a pretty card. That's part of the digital. And that's a little bit more lace glued on. And that's the extent of that journal. Tried to go through it faster. I think I shaved off a couple minutes. So let me wrap it up by saying, if I can do it, you can do it. Truly, I am a late blooming crafter. I didn't get into crafts until I was in my 50s, and then that's when I started doing the furniture. And I guess my craft was writing songs for decades. I didn't ever have an interest in doing anything else crafty until the last 10 years. And junk journaling is just the most recent thing. And there's a lot to learn, and I'm loving it. I enjoy it. They make beautiful, beautiful gifts. And that's what I'm working on my next one. I'm making this into a gift. This is all envelopes. And I'll do a little bit of a walkthrough when I get that done. But I love the lace on this one. And this was a digital. Oh, that's pretty hanky. So we'll do a walkthrough of that or a flip through of that later. But for now, I just want to say, if I can do this, I know you can do this. Just jump in with both feet and try and have fun. And remember, it's just about having fun. And if I could do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. And if you would, I would appreciate it if you would like and share and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.